Spring break is over. My kids are at school. I did a little Sephora sale pickup and we are back at it. So today we are going to do some makeup. I am going to go into Sephora here in a little bit because there are some products that I want to swatch and maybe look at a couple different colors. If you guys aren't familiar, the Sephora sale is going on right now. Once this video goes live, well, it is live. Once the video uploads after the live, I'll put all the Sephora sale details in there. Depending on your like insider level, depends on when you can shop at what discount, but the Sephora sale collection, which is a very nice line, is 30% off for everybody for the entirety of the sale. Now, last year I did a whole Sephora sale video recommendation, and I didn't want to redo that video because it still holds true. I love everything in it, but there are a couple things that I got early because I knew I either wanted to try them or I wanted a new color of. So we're going to put some of that on today. Don't sleep on pairing your Sephora sale, your drugstore makeup, whatever it is, with your Saint palette. If you guys are familiar, Mary Phillips recently launched an underpainting palette. You guys, that is what Saint is. And I wanted to test the Mary Phillips formula because that's what I do. Like, I have so much makeup because I love to test it, see what works for mature skin, see what works for dry skin versus oily skin versus textured skin, bright colors, light colors, saturated colors. Like, it is my therapy. But I cannot justify getting the Mary Phillips palette when this one is customizable and you can get a foundation shade. So I'm going to use my tried and true Saint palette today with the couple of products. So in the last Sephora sale, they do this twice a year. It was around the holidays. I did that whole video. If you scroll my feed, you will find it on there. But there are a couple of things that I'm going to pick up for testing purposes. But there are also a couple things that I've been testing that I know I already love. And then we're going to go through a couple of items that I got. Everything will be linked in the description box below. And anytime you shop any of those links, it supports my channel. I'm incredibly grateful for you. And you can always support my channel for free by giving it a like, by subscribing. All of those things mean the absolute world to me. So thank you in any and every way that you've ever supported me. It means so much. I love what I do and it helps me do more of it. So you guys are the best. Let me get started by showing you guys. This is the Dulce Glow Face Mist Self Tanner. So I have this on today. I used this last night. This is what is really cool. So when you spray it, it says to use like 4 or 5 sprays. Look, do you see how fine of a mist that is? You can use this on top of your skincare at night. It says to use 4 or 5 pumps, and it just gives you, it like reduces the dullness. It is a self tanner that's not super potent. If you use it without skincare, it's going to absorb even more. It takes 6 to 8 hours to form, but I woke up and I was like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted. Just something to give me a little bit of life to my skin. It is fresh. It smells nice. They say you can use this under makeup and as a setting spray over makeup. The more products you have on your skin before you apply this, the less intense it's going to be. They have a really pigmented one that they just released, but this is the one for, like regular light to medium skin tone. But I think in the summer, I'll probably pick up one for deeper skin tones because I tend to get quite pigmented in the summer. I'm not great at reapplying sunscreen. Don't judge me. But what I think is really cool about a product like this is if you are a self tanner and you get to like day 3, where maybe some of your self tan is starting to wear unevenly, you can spray this and it'll like help fill in the gaps. It was something I knew I wanted to try. I have now tested it. It is absolutely lovely. Okay, what else do we have here? I have a new lippy. This is the faux filler line from Huda. I know that I love this line, but this is in there. They call it like concealer lips. So this is like a nude. I've used this. This is a great formula for filling in lip wrinkles. And I've been using it with my Summer Fridays in the shade Almond, which I've talked about a million times on this channel. I think it's still out of stock, but if it's not, this is the only staining lip pencil that I have found that is a true nude that stays nude. The other ones tend to get much richer on me, which is absolutely fine for like a look, but most of the time I just want to line my lips to give them a little bit of definition. I did get a new setting spray from Refi because I showed you guys this maybe a week ago. This is the Refi Gel Skin Base. This is what I've been pairing with my Saint palette. It is lovely. And this is going to be a go to for my hot summer sports days. I wore it all weekend. We were outside with football, with baseball, with track. It pairs so well with Saint, and it is just lovely for light coverage. It's not going to go much beyond light coverage, but like when I'm just hanging out, that's perfect. So then I picked up the Refi setting spray. And I need to test it a little bit more, but I liked it. It locked in my makeup all day. It has film formers. When you guys are looking at setting sprays, there are different kinds of setting sprays, finishing sprays and setting sprays. And some setting sprays are actually finishing sprays. They don't name things well. If you want your makeup to last, to lock in, you need something that has film formers. If you want to melt the makeup, then you can look at like a finishing spray, a hydrating spray, and it'll melt your powder and your cream makeup together really seamlessly. This seemed to do both. Now, I didn't have a full beat on. I was using the Refi skin tint, but I really liked this. So today we are going to put on a little bit of the Refi. I did pick up another of the Merit Flush Balms. This is one of my favorite formulas for natural looking makeup. And I wanted to get this springy summer shade. It's Persimmon. This will also be beautiful in the fall. But you guys, look, I haven't used it yet. We're going to use it today. I'm super, super excited to try that out. I also got, oh, I got the Ilia cream stick, and I wanted to try just like a bright, kind of sparkly, man down, inner corner shade to do inner corner highlighting. And the shade that I picked is Opulent. And I did swatch it in store quite some time ago, but this is it. So I was thinking like all over the lid with any of my powder shades in the inner corner when I'm doing like a full look. So we're going to test this out today. I do have another one in that formula and it lasts really well, but I wanted to pick up one that was like very, very neutral. And then I wanted to show you guys the Say baked bronzer. So this I have been using for quite some time, and it is really lovely. So it's a baked formula, so it sits on top of your cream products really effortlessly. If you like to lock in your makeup, it's not going to be patchy. It's not going to be weird. Obviously, you can use it without a cream product underneath. But if you're somebody who's looking for longevity and you find that you need better longevity with creams or liquids, the goal is always to layer thin layers to build up longevity. And this is a really nice, affordable bronzer from Sephora. So I'm going to show you that today. And oh, I did pick up one of their super suede blushes. This one I was influenced by by one of my favorite creators. This is the shade Chow, and this is that same formula. And I thought this would look beautiful over any of the corally, bronzy blushes that I have. So we are going to put this on top today of our Persimmon, and this is in the shade Chow. Again, this is that baked formula. If you're going to be layering, you want to layer things where the formula is not super heavy, or you just have to be really light-handed. Both will work, but if sometimes you feel like you put something over a cream and it's really patchy, a lot of it could be the application, but it could also be that the product isn't like finely milled enough. Like the Milani baked blushes are awesome for layering. So that's going to be the look today. I'm going to show you what I would consider like a very easy going out to watch your kids, using some plush prep mist to get this party started, going to the grocery store, hitting up the carpool line. Now, the Refi, I like to use it honestly with my fingers. So I pick a little bit out and kind of start in the center of the face. And I should make sure I don't have any powder on my fingers. And literally, this just melts into the skin and it's going to give you a your skin but better look. I have had, and I say this truthfully, zero creasing, not even the littlest bit. And that is unheard of for me, but I have used it very lightly. I have been using it with my Saint Brightening shade, and that has worked amazingly well. So this is just going to even out your skin and give you like a dewy flush, but it does as a gel, it starts to set down, but it never like fully dries. That's why I don't try a lot of liquid foundations. I don't like things that really like fully dry down on the skin as an all over complexion product because I'm 43. I have a ton of fine lines and wrinkles, a lot of texture from hormonal acne and hormonal acne scarring. And this product has been so nice. Now it's just your skin, but better. I have seen people build it up to, they're calling it medium coverage. I think they're lying. So I would say if you don't like light coverage and you want more coverage, this is probably not the product for you. In which case, if you're looking for a really good skin tint from Sephora, the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Tint is so lovely and absolutely mature skin approved. So I'm just going to start with a light layer. Then I'm going to add a little bit more to the cap here. We can go ahead and take our versed brush and I'm just going to press on a little bit where I have a little bit more redness just to build it in the slightest. But again, it's going to be your skin, but better. I am going to use some of my cream correctors and a little bit of brightener to get like the final coverage that I want. But that's why I love, love, love the versatility of having your Saint Compact. Just like the Mary Phillips palette, like you can just grab it when needed, but it's customizable and each tin pops out on its own. And I'll color match you so you know what colors you need. It's not like you have to pick. Like when I was looking at the Mary Phillips one, I was like, am I fair or am I medium? Probably could use either, but would prefer to change it up seasonally. And I don't want to buy more than one because I think it's like $65 and the tins are smaller. So this is the Refi Skin Base. It is, this is a truly, a, that doesn't go on there. This is a 10 out of 10 for me when it comes to natural. Where did I put my cap? All right, well, we'll have to find the cap later. Natural looking makeup, absolutely love it. So what I've been doing now then is I have been going into my cream correctors and taking the spot brush and using like O3 right here to cover some of the darkness in this one area of my eye, just to kind of pinpoint and reduce some of the deep blue that I have right here. Then you take the other end and just kind of floof it in and pull it towards the nose a little bit. Typically, I like to use a small mirror or I put it on the side that has the mirror, but we just got too much products going on right now. So under eye corrector. Now on this spot here, adding a little bit of RO3 just to tone that down. And then I'm going to grab Y01, yellow covers blue. You can even be a little bit more aggressive on this side and just cover that. I have a little bit more redness from this scar on my nose. And these do such a nice job to have in your palette. When you just want to do kind of something quick and easy, you're not looking for full coverage, just want to brighten it up, feel a little bit better, and look at the glow. We are we are glowing. This is not greasy. It is, this skin tint is not greasy at all. It's really, really lovely. I'm actually going to take a little bit of one of my cream correctors over the eye. I did put a little bit of the Refi down, but let's get rid of that blue and purple a little bit more. You know what I do want to try? So I need you guys to weigh in. Who has tried the Rare Beauty Brow Gel? Rare Beauty Brow Gel, yes or no? I love my Benefit, but everybody says that the Rare Beauty is even like softer, but holds really well. So, hey, I'm down to try. And then I kind of want to try one of the Nano Brow, like really fine tipped brow products. You guys know, like when you fill in your brows, they're supposed to be like on the side of your nose. Do you see how much room I have here? I have a lot. I'm a product of the over plucking era. Don't judge me. I grew up at that time and that's what it was. Where is my powder? Here she is. So I kind of want to try one of those like really thin brow pencils because I need really thin hair-like strokes or it looks really obvious. So if you've tried the one from Kosas or Anastasia, you have to let me know. Now I'm just gonna kind of let this be for a second. I have been using the Refi without any setting powder. Like I've been light-handed enough where it works and it's guys, it is very rare for me that I can wear something underneath the eye or in my smile lines and it never creases. I have tried it with a liquid concealer and I did get a little bit of creasing with that. But when I used my Saint Cream correctors, this is actually my brightening shade. I'm like digging it out of the corner. But when I've used my Saint Cream correctors and then pressed on a little bit of my brightening shade and made sure it was thin, zero, zero creasing. And that is very hard for me to accomplish under the eye. You could avoid the under eye altogether if you're somebody who gets a lot of creasing and just do your traditional under eye routine if you like. I'm gonna hug this down the side of the nose for a little bit of brightness. It's probably time to change out into a new one, but I want to use every bit. Brighten up the chin a little bit. In between the brows. And there's our base. I just I just love it. Okay, my brows are driving me crazy. So let's lift them. And oh yeah, maybe I really do like Refi. This is the Refi brow gel, and this is the one with the like the crazy little spindle. And if you're not drawing in your brows, but you want to fill them in, oh man, I love this. It never looks anything other than natural, but it fills in the gaps. I will link this one below. I feel like I need to put everything that I used today off to one side or I'm going to forget to link it. And that's when I typically go in with either my Saint Brow Gel. This is the 24-hour brow hold that I really, really like as well. If you use too much of this, or like if you come back later and you want to use more, then it's going to start to be funky. So this is like a one and done. So lock them into place and let it be, or it'll get funky. And same thing with the St. Clear brow gel in your palette. Like once it's on, it's on. We look like we have a little bit of a gap there. So I'm gonna flip this brush over and I'm gonna go into my contour and fill in that gap. One of the hardest things for me about brows is color because most browns look too warm and black looks too dark. So I need like a brownie taupey shade. I can see it on camera, but I like can't see it here in front of me. Oh, there we go. All right. Have you guys picked up anything from the sale? Are you looking at anything? Do you want my opinion on anything? I got a bunch of questions when I posted it over on Instagram, so I will have all of those responses for you. I'm going to go in with Bella and Glow Illuminator to do a little bronzing, but let me know what you're looking for. I'm considering picking up a new sunscreen. Sunscreens are a struggle for me. Everything makes my eyes burn. Even the ones that say they're mineral, I feel like there are like hidden chemical filters. And I just, and sunscreens just don't love each other all that much. I'm not going to lie. So I'm always on the hunt for one that's not going to burn my face off. There are a lot of really good Korean ones, but they've been much harder to come by over the last little bit. All right, I'm going to go back to my brightening shade. And I'm just going to marry this little line together here. And that was Bella and Glow Illuminator kind of mixed together. because we are going tan. I want to be tan. I want more summer. It is 70 degrees here today, and it can stay that way. I'm here for it. Okay, before we move on to blush, let's just do a quick eye. Let's see how this Ilia stick looks. I am going to start with, let's use basic. Basic is our really standard brown neutral, eyes open, because my eyes are hooded. You got to get up onto the brow bone, both sides. If you do it with your eyes closed, you tend to get into the crease. I'm going to get up onto the brow bone so you can see it when your eyes are open. And put a little in the outer corner. We're just going shopping. Kids have sports tonight. My daughter's in a musical this weekend. I'm very proud of her. She's a sixth grader. She made the kids ensemble for the local high school show. So she's like very excited, but it's tech week and I am not, I don't have a musical background. Can't hold a note to save my life. She's a beautiful singer, but this is her first experience with like a real show. And tech week, she had 9 hours of practice on Saturday. She was like, she came home. She looked like she'd been out on the town for a night, you guys. Okay, we're just gonna test this bad boy out and see what its capabilities are. And I love a cream stick for ease of use. Ease of use. And that is so pretty. I do have a matte color in this, so I know that it lasts. But I just wanted something soft. I'm also looking, if you've tried the cooling ones, from Tower 28. I like that. So this could be a great inner corner shade. If you've tried the cooling ones from Tower 28, let me know because that's one of the ones that I want to swatch when I go today. Let's take a flatter brush here. Just make sure that we blend the edge. I mean, this is so easy. And usually with the sticks that have shimmer, my beef is usually that the shimmer like goes away. We might have found ourselves a winner, you guys. This is really nice. And go back to my basic and just blend the lines. No harsh lines. So even if you're using other makeup, like somebody was saying the other day, they're like, how can you use other makeup? Here's the thing. I know that this works for me. I don't test a lot of foundations, liquid foundations. I actually don't test any. I've had the House Labs for 6 months since the last Sephora sale, and I still haven't tried it. But I love skin tints. There are a couple of other cream products I like, but they don't hold up formulation wise to the Saint. It's my favorite. But I love having something that works with anything that I want to do. That's just my preference. I'm a makeup person and I feel like once you find something that really works with you, you can stick to it in its entirety or you can use it in all of its capabilities and that's what has been so fun for me is seeing all the different ways that we can pair it. Okay, I want to show you. This is the Persimmon from Merit. Now these can go right on the face. However, I have not tested this color yet, so let's not get crazy. This is the Rare Beauty brush. This is a really nice blush brush. I never want to come in and be like, oh gosh, blush blindness right out the gate. So I like to put it on the back of the hand, work it in. And this is exactly what I was hoping for. If you want to make sure that everything matches, you can just kind of tap a little bit up here. You can even go to the outer corner of your eye look and you're going to create symmetry. Symmetry? No, that means same. Continuity in your makeup. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I would say one of the complaints about the Merit blushes, if there are any, because I think they make this and Rhode make the best colors in cream blushes I've ever experienced. But the Rhode ones have better longevity. If you are struggling with longevity ever with a cream blush, find a finely milled powder or layer and do a little blush, do a little bit more foundation, do a little more blush. Make sure you use a setting spray or a setting powder. Go across. Let's just go. Ah! I'm so glad I got this shade. I also I also picked up a peach shade of the Patrick Todd duos. Those are, if you're unfamiliar, That fixes all your problems in one. These are the minis. They have full size and minis. This is a cream and a powder in one, and they match. Obviously, that's the whole point. These are like, if you just know that you're going to want to lock it in, this will give you some of the best longevity that you're ever going to get. I feel like I keep setting my brushes all over the place, so I keep bouncing back and forth. Sorry. Ay, ay, ay. All right, now I'm going to marry that line again. Kind of just using what's left on the brush and tapping into my brightener just a little bit more. And there we go. I love it so much. Guys, I love makeup. Okay, I'm gonna show you the Say Beauty Bronzer. The first time I used this, I had a ton of kickback. So like I went like this and it was like, and I was like, oh my gosh, but it was like the top layer. And then it doesn't do that anymore. I just use a big fluffy brush and this will set down the Bella that I have, but it's still gonna keep the glow because it's so beautiful. Highly recommend. This is the shade Amalfi. This is more of a neutral shade. They do have some very warm shades if that's your preference. I like my bronzer to be a little bit more neutral. Now, let's see how pigmented Chow is from Say. So when I don't know, I always pick up the N20 from BK Beauty. This is Nikki LaRose line. Nikki, yeah. Um, see that first one? There's some kick up the first time. This is going to be the easiest brush to like not overdo it. Do you see how there's just a tinge here now? So I'm going to come in and all I want to do is lock that in. I'm so glad I got influenced to get this color. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Nothing has disappointed me yet. I think I've done good so far. All right, let's test this out. Always give yourself a prep, okay? The mist on this, I prefer something that's mistier as opposed to like a direct squirt to the face. I'm gonna let this do its thing. It's gonna be really glowy at first, and then it's gonna kind of set down a little bit while I show you this Huda natural lip. So first we're gonna start. I don't want to get anything on my clothes. Let me wipe this up. Oh, do you guys see? It's not moving. That's the Ilia eye stick. We still need to do our mascara. The best way to get any of these lip staining liners is on dry lips. So I did use my Saint Saved Salve first to hydrate the lips, and I'm going to make sure I wipe it off so that this lasts. And now I'm going to go a little under and up. Make sure you go up and in and don't follow that natural lip line out because that will pull your lips down. Blendy blend. There's a little tiny ball on here. Blendy. Is my pepper over here? Shoot. Oh, wait. Where's my pepper? Oh, I think I might know where it is. I think I took it with me. I hope I did. All right, so that is the Summer Fridays lip liner in the shade Almond. Seriously love it so much. Pepper, are you in here? You guys, it's not. Well, pepper is my favorite contouring shade of all of the Saint pencils. But what we're going to do instead is I'm going to go back to the line brush and I'm going to go old school and do a little contour right under. And Cupid's bow. Just to make it look a a little bit juicier because my lips like smash into my face. You can't even see them. Now I wanted to show you. Okay, so this is faux filler. Oh my gosh, I need my readers. This is mid sealer. So this is supposed to be like concealer lips. It's not concealer lips. It is gorgeous nude shade. So pretty. And this formula is so lovely. When it says faux filler, it's not joking. It will fill in your lip lines. It is thicker. If you don't like a thick gloss, this is not the one for you, but it's not sticky. It is juicy, just like the Lawless. Mm, 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 mm. Very happy with this purchase. And it has a bit of a sweet smell to it, which is my favorite. Okay, so far, the couple things that I've gotten, I absolutely love. Oh, I wanted to, okay, two things to look into. If you are a blush girly, let's start here. MAC is now at Sephora. These are the Glow Play blushes. I cannot even explain the formula. I've used this before on here in my nude blush video. They are creamy, but like kind of putty. Do you see that? This formula is gorgeous. It is light and airy, but it glows without being shimmery at all. Beautiful. I bought two. That is in the shade Blush Please. Highly recommend it if you love a neutral blush. This is in the shade Plush Pepper. And she's gorgeous too. So if you did not know, MAC is now at Sephora. So depending on what your level is, like if you're like I'm a Rouge member at Sephora, so I get 20% off. If you're not at one of those levels, then you can always subscribe to a company's website. These are just great general recommendations for anybody who's in the market or anybody who has been wondering. Now, I do have about 5 different scents that I'm gonna go smell when I go into Sephora, but if you guys have not heard of the brand Cyclar, they just hit Sephora recently. These are the roller balls. I am very sensitive to like if something is too strong and it lingers too long, it's going to give me a headache. I also like things typically that are vanilla, gourmand, santal, something like that. This is vanilla verve. This smells like if vanilla was in a luxury hotel. It lasts, but it is not overpowering at all. I did pick up the Neroli shade and the Sex Musk. Those are here. Those came in my pickup order. But if you are somebody who likes something that is simple, but it is elevated, try smelling Cyclar. If you know you love vanilla and gourmand, this is an absolute gem. Now, let's do, oh, look how good. Look at that. No creasing of any sort. So let's test. Today will be the day that I test. I haven't powdered anything because I haven't felt the need for it. But let's do a little powder today and I'll report back on how this is with powder. With liquid concealer, it did crease a little bit. So let's take our vanilla dust. I'm going to be generous, but I'm going to press it in and we'll just powder to remove a little glow. Press. Smile lines. Take a little glow away from the T-zone. Even though I love the glow, we do have track tonight and it's like 75 out. So keep our sweating at bay. And that, my friends, is it. I will get everything here posted. If you need a custom color match for a Saint foundation palette, or even if you just want to do something like the Mary Phillips palette, which could be a color corrector, a brightening shade like I used today, you can use some of these cream correctors for darkness on the eyes, or if you have some sunspots, bronzer, contour. Obviously, you can build it any way you want. Saint offers a full line of makeup, but remember, it is customizable and you can get a custom color match, which means I can help you with your actual shades, which I know is half the struggle when people are buying makeup is they don't know what shade they are. So that would be my recommendation over so like Makeup Forever has one of these palettes, but theirs is not customizable and it's pretty vibrant actually. The Mary Phillips one is absolutely gorgeous, but like I said, you can't customize it. The shades look beautiful, but when one runs out, you have to buy a whole new palette. These actually pop out. Each of these tins pops out. So when you're done, you just replace what you need. Or you can go full Saint and get the whole kit and caboodle, whatever you guys want. You know, it's my favorite foundation of the last 5 years. And as somebody who's tried a whole lot, nothing has dethroned it yet. So we're just going to do a little bit today for mascara. This is the Twist mascara from Unique, and it has two wands. This little nugget right here. Oh, don't fall, don't fall. This little nugget right here. This is the gem. I have sparser lashes. They have grown back quite a bit since I've been using a lash growth serum, taking my collagen religiously. But this pulls out every single little hidden lash, and I love it. I was thinking about trying the Sephora, I think it's called Size Up in the shade brown, but I don't know. For brown, I love the Dibs one, the Tower 28 one, and I have one from Thrive. So mascara is one of those products where like you need to use it or it's going to go bad or it's going to be funky. So I should probably use those first, but maybe they have a small one. Hey, loves. Time to get the kiddos off the bus, hit up Sephora, get to practices. I hope you guys are having a great start to your week. We'll see you again soon. Bye.